Hiya bestie, how is it going? Today we're going to do an interesting video where it's a relatively contentious subject. Today we're going to go through Etsy and I'm going to show you the types of things that if I were you, I would be avoiding. Etsy has turned into a very, very difficult place. And that's a difficult place to sell, but it's also a difficult place to maneuver as someone who wants to buy stuff. Etsy is supposed to be a place where everything is handmade. It's for small businesses to thrive, but drop shipping has become so prevalent on there that it's almost impossible that even with a simple search to find something that isn't mass produced in another country. When we buy things like that, we're not supporting handmade small businesses, we're supporting mega global corporations. Trying to not get ripped off is a very difficult thing. So bestie, in today's video, we're going to have a look through a couple of budgeting shops. I'm going to show you the sorts of things that they're selling for the most ridiculous prices, and I'm going to show you where they probably bought it from. So first of all, let's go have a look at the PC and we'll have a look at what is dropshipping. So it says here, dropshipping is an order fulfillment method where a business doesn't keep the product it sells in stock. When an order is received, the seller sends it to another company who ships the product straight to the customer. The seller is the middleman between the customer and the company and the product. So in the context of budgeting shops on Etsy, this would be a store that is saying that all of their items is handmade. They will order a load of things from China or where it's cheaply produced, keep hold of the inventory, and then sell it to you at a massively inflated price. They hold the inventory. You tend to get it quicker than if you were buying it directly from one of those sites itself. But anyway, let's take a look at Etsy right now and let's see what we can find. Okay, so first of all, I found these. So binders are very, very easy to find. So these here are £13.50 and you can get personalization on it as well. So these are really nice glittery ones. We've got, if the picture loads, so they're being sold for £13.50, right? So let's go take a look at AliExpress, and there's an introductory offer and they're 83 pence each. Now obviously this is an introductory offer. This is what AliExpress does to try and get you roped in, but they'll probably get these for somewhere near £2, £3, £4, something like that. So when you consider that they're buying all of these at this price, and they are literally the same binder, they're buying those at, you know, somewhere near £4, and then you get them for £13.50. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So other binders here. So let's take a look at these. These are absolutely beautiful. And honestly, I was sucked into them when I first started budgeting. I think they're super nice. They're the PVC ones with the colored spines. Absolutely love them. And for a time, I did sell them as well. So look at that white one. That screams budget with Ira. So these are £12 each, which are just beautiful. There's a really nice choice of color over here. It seems really reasonable. Then it says that these are handmade, which they clearly are not. Then they just can't be. There's also additional shipping on the end. So there's £2.60. So you're going to end up paying £14.60 for this. But where did they get it from? So again, AliExpress, £3.44. This is what's happening, bestie. So you are paying £14.60 for something that you could get for £3.44 or even less, because sometimes these stores do like bulk discounts as well. So it's very, very interesting to me how people have the gall to charge that much money. Like, it's wild. This one I found very, very interesting. So this one is marketed as an all-in-one cash budget binder envelope system wallet with budget envelopes, budget sheet labels for budgeting and saving money. That's a very SEO intrusive sort of title. And as you can see here, this is apparently handmade. So this one is for sale for £25, and then it's got £2 shipping, which is interesting because the shipping would be more than that, but I guess they're making a lot of money off that £25. So when we have a look over at our good old friend, our bestie, AliExpress, it's £10.39. So they're making like a lot of profit on there. But yeah, this is literally the exact same photo. So when we cycle through these photos of this handmade product, it's very interesting to me. We've got the same pictures. Wow. I guess I I don't really know what to say, bestie. So when we go into the territory of the 100 envelope challenge, bestie, I always say that this type of binder is the type that you should always avoid. So the 100 envelope savings challenge, and you'll know it because of this font here. So this one is £12.12. It's actually reduced, it's 50% off. So normally you'd be paying £24.24, which is a wild price. So when you cycle through, you've got this, which I know is, I think it's stolen from a Canadian creator. So what you get is you get that top sheet and then you get the tabs on the inside. There's loads of different colours to choose from, and you know, £12.12 seems like a bargain. Handmade, obviously, made out of paper, love that. And then the cost of ship is £7. Now that's another thing that's extremely egregious. When we go and have a look at our bestie AliExpress, she's £6.20, so that's double the profit, and sometimes we're charging £24.24 for it. So this is exactly where they're getting it all from. So look, it's exactly the same. I can probably even find the colour that they had. Like, look at that, look at that. It's absolutely, like, how on earth can we turn around and say that this is handmade? That's not even the cheapest one that I found. Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. So this one here on Etsy, this is a 100 envelope challenge, and these are really, really cute. Like, so cute that I'm like, oh, I wonder who they've ripped off. So this is really, really cute. It's a 100 envelope challenge. You can get it in lilac, pink, blue, or yellow. Yellow is currently sold out, and it's £12.99. It is obviously handmade, and the shipping is £2.99, which is nice to see because that's how much it would cost to ship it. So £12.99 plus shipping. So let's have a look on AliExpress. It's £4.23. Are you starting to get the picture of what I'm trying to tell you? People are buying these on Etsy and getting ripped off. Why on earth would you pay £12.99 plus shipping when you can pay £4.23? And I suppose the reason why is because Etsy is set up to make everything look like it's handmade by a small business in the UK or wherever. It's set up to look like that. You can see who the seller is on Etsy and all of that stuff. And especially if the store is spearheaded by someone who has a following, you feel like you're supporting that person. And quite, yeah, you absolutely are supporting that person. You are supporting them. But at what cost? When does it start feel like they're scamming you? Let's take a look at another 100 envelope challenge. So I found this one. This one stuck out to me because why have we got a like men versus women, loads of dollars over it. We're selling this to people in the UK and we've got dollar signs all over it. We've got 100 envelope savings challenge over here, and there's one picture on it, and it costs $36.59. It's handmade, obviously handmade, and it costs $24.50 to ship. So all in all, this would cost about £60. It's shipped from the United States, so they're really over egging the shipping. But let's have a look at it on here. Here we go. £9.06 with £1.59 shipping. Something that we really like the look of. We're gonna go get it and we're gonna drop £60 on it. They've put £9. So look at this, we've got a listing for a money tin with 4 savings challenge trackers. So we know, everybody in the UK knows, these money tins cost £1. Like here they are over here on the Poundland website, £1. Yes, they're out of stock, but you can walk into a shop and get one, right? So we're saying that 4 stickers is £6. And I know that prices are subjective, but are we being serious with that? And then we go and have a look. It's £4.60 to ship it. So all in all, this is costing us £11.60, where we could just get a tin for £1. And why don't you just sell the stickers? Oh, I am losing my mind. It doesn't just stop at budgeting stuff, but things that might be helpful to us. So these have always been really popular. These are like the really nice, like they're absolutely beautiful. They're the calculators that make a really nice clicking sound. They're just really pretty. And this one's like a blush one. It's £7, really nice. Pastel pink large button, clicky clacky calculator. Great addition to your cash stuffing budgeting journey. Nice. Handmade, obviously it's handmade. And then we paid £2.99 for shipping. So all in all, it's £7 plus shipping for this. So £10.99, right? Let's go to our old friend AliExpress. £2.16. What are people playing at? Like, what are people playing at? Okay, so we've spoke about that. I've showed you how upset I've got by it, but what I want to show you, bestie, is how to avoid feeling scammed. And that's by doing like a little bit of research. So what I've got here is I've got this listing here with this lovely calculator, and I've got a Google one here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to move into the Google tab, and then I'm going to Google image search, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up the Etsy listing, and then it's going to show it on Temu. It's going to show it on this website. It's going to show it on Amazon. It's going to show it absolutely everywhere. So you can get a really good picture of where you can get it from. So even when I look at it on Amazon, £9.67. Like, that's more expensive than the bloody Etsy one. Do you know what I mean? So that's how you can avoid falling down this trap. So what is the conclusion I've come to? Inherently, dropshipping is not necessarily a bad thing. Just because there's Etsy stores out there that do that sort of thing, that doesn't necessarily make them bad people or bad sellers. Ultimately, if you're going to buy things from AliExpress, you are going to have to wait like up to like sort of 2 months for some of these items because they are coming from afar. So the benefit of having these things on Etsy is that you can get them a hell of a lot quicker. Buying these things at double, triple, quadruple the price isn't necessarily a bad thing. What I want you to take out from this video is to just not get scammed. The elephant in the room is that I've got a shelf right here primed for binders. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sell them to you for £25 plus shipping. These are really competitively priced. In fact, I beat Amazon's prices, I beat Temu's prices, and I beat AliExpress's prices because I don't want you ripped off, bestie. But I have them on my store as a form of just supplementing your order so you got something to put your handmade goods in. I do not hand make those binders, and I think when you list something on Etsy, automatically it says that it's handmade. I don't feel like I'm doing a bad thing, and I don't feel like I'm drop shipping when I do that. Ultimately, where you decide to buy is completely up to you. It's down to your price range, it's down to your morals, and it's down to what you're comfortable with. If you like buying things from Temu, absolutely go ahead and do that. If you hate that and you don't want to do that because of Temu's alleged business practices, you're absolutely within your rights to not shop there. It's completely up to you, but I just want you to be as savvy as you're comfortable being when buying things off Etsy. Because, bestie, there is an epidemic of people just buying stuff cheap and charging you just the most insane prices. I am proud in the fact that pretty much 99% of everything that I sell on my store is handmade or has an element where I've introduced something handmade to make it better. And I sleep well at night knowing that, but it might not sit with your values. So it's up to you, bestie. Bestie, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was something very different. It's something that has been sat on my chest for a while, and I needed to sort of talk to you about it. And for me, the last thing is, if you are a seller that is selling things like that, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. How you choose to make money is absolutely up to you. It's completely individual. And if your audience is responding to you selling binders at the price you're selling them, then absolutely go for it, do it. It does not mean you're a bad person. You're fulfilling a hole in the market, and more power to you. Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. What would you like me to cover next? There's so many there's other stuff going on that we could potentially bring a little bit of highlight to, but yeah, if you'd like me to sort of cover anything else, let me know in the comments down below. The last thing I want you to do, bestie, is to go to one of these stores and give them hate. Just allow people to do what they want to do and make up decisions for yourself. So if you disagree with people selling binders at inflated prices, all you have to do is not buy them. Please don't go ahead and message them, and please don't do it in my name saying I sent you or anything like that. Just allow people to thrive in the way that they decide to do it. This is where I start my grift, right? Have you considered becoming a channel member or a patron? Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks and significant discounts off my Etsy store. Channel members get early access to every single video. In fact, they've seen this video long before you have, bestie. If you like the sound of those perks and you like the sound of me, have a look at the links in the description. You will not regret it, bestie. There's an aeroplane going across Until the next video, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And bestie, I'm going to leave you with the I Tried playlist. If you don't like the prices that you've seen today, have a look at DIYing them yourself. Have a look at this playlist because you can find out exactly how to make some of these envelopes.